Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to give you an update on the construction of a new port in St. Thomas. Now, the largest port in Jamaica is the Port of Kingston, but it is close to capacity, and so the government wants to build another port close by, and the closest area that's feasible is St. Thomas. Now, they plan to build this port, or they had planned to build this port for the export of aggregate. And St. Thomas is that's probably one of the main industries in St. Thomas. But this port is also going to become more important because of because they're going to start drilling for oil in Jamaica offshore. They're going to start drilling by the Walton Morant Basin. So the ports on the south coast are going to have to start facilitating the drilling for oil. So that makes this port in St. Thomas, which is going to be a new port now, so it could be built to purpose not only for aggregate export, but also to support the drilling for oil in Jamaica. So we're going to give you an update as to what the government has planned for this new port and why they plan to build it. Now, this port at Kingston is full. It's at capacity. So, what the government is planning to do is to expand this port, but they're also planning to build a port in St. Thomas. Now, the government recently built a highway so you can get to St. Thomas quite easily, and I'm sure the port will be positioned somewhere where it would be easy to get to, would have access to the highway. So, what the government wants to do is to export aggregates, and the aggregate is found in St. Thomas. So instead of carrying it all the way to the port of Kingston, where, as we said earlier, it's full, can barely manage what it's doing now, they're going to build a new port in St. Thomas. So we're going to go through an article that gives more information on this. The Port Authority of Jamaica, PAJ, is exploring the development of a new export port in St. Thomas, a move that could transform Jamaica's role in regional trade, particularly in the export of construction materials. This initiative is part of the government's broader effort to position Jamaica as the leading supplier of aggregates, limestone, and cement to the rapidly growing markets in the Caribbean, most notably Guyana, where an oil fuel construction boom has created unprecedented demand for new materials. According to PAJ chairman, the agency is actively assessing multiple sites across the island for new ports, with St. Thomas emerging as a key candidate. The parish's proximity to mineral-rich areas make it ideal for shipping bulk materials directly to export markets. He explained that locating ports near mining zones reduces transportation costs and logistical complexity, ensuring that Jamaica can move aggregates efficiently and competitively to regional destinations. This plan builds on a call made by Prime Minister Andrew Holness in 2023 when he urged Jamaica's quarry operators to expand production to meet growing demand from Guyana and other Caribbean nations. Holness emphasized that Jamaica is well placed to serve as a reliable regional supplier, given its abundance of limestone and well-established shipping expertise. The proposed St. Thomas export port would not only strengthen Jamaica's export capabilities but also stimulate economic growth in the parish, one of the island's less industrialized regions. The construction and operation of a port would create jobs, improve local infrastructure, and attract supporting industries such as quarrying, transport, and logistics services. It would also complement ongoing development projects in St. Thomas, including new road networks and tourism investments, positioning the parish as a new growth frontier. In summary, the proposed export port in St. Thomas represents a forward-thinking strategy that combines Jamaica's natural resources, geographic advantage, and expanding logistics capacity. If realized, it would not only help Jamaica meet the Caribbean's growing demand for construction materials, but also drive investment and development in an emerging region of the island, marking another important step in Jamaica's journey towards economic diversification and regional leadership. Alright, guys, that's the end of the update article. Let us know what you think. Leave your comments in the section below. Alright, guys, have a good day.